I guess you would know who this person in this box is, or person, I would say figure, because today I'm not going to review a model car. I'm going to review my first display figure. Alright, but before we dive into the product we have on the table, I first want to say that a while ago on Instagram I did a poll where I let you guys choose the topic of the next video, and you guys chose Red Special Part 3, which is a video series I have on my channel. But right now this is a different video, I know. Don't worry, there will be a part 3, so ease your minds. So right in front of me is actually something new. I came across this a while back on the internet. This is a figure, a 1/10 figure of Ayrton Senna. So fun fact about this product, actually it isn't new because it isn't sold in stores anymore because it released a while back. So keep that in mind with some scratches and whatever. So alright, front of the box, we have the beautiful Senna stripes. Very simple design actually. I kind of like it as well, but one weird thing is there isn't any information about the figure at all. There isn't even a picture on here. So yeah, you just have to know what you buy, I guess. Alright, front of the box, title that says Ayrton Senna Monaco GP of 1987. Art scale in 1/10, and we have these two stripes right here, which is famous because Senna wore these on his helmet, and at the bottom we have Senna's signature. Anything on the side? Yes, we do. This figure is made by a company which is called Ayrton Studios, and if I'm not mistaken, Ayrton Studios is actually based in Brazil, and the other side is mirrored to the left hand side. Alright, now we get to the good stuff, which is opening the package. So I got this second hand, so keep in mind, there may be some scratches or whatever. It's what it is, right? Thumb flap right here, and you can open up the top flap. Then we're greeted with styrofoam, what a surprise. Alright, put it to the side, and we slide it right up. We have some sort of opening, which reveals, oh yeah, this is a stand. Right, let's get this out of the styrofoam. It's actually pretty heavy as well. I can't really tell which material this is. You hear that? I wouldn't say it's made of stone, but it isn't plastic, that's for sure. But I'm not really sure what material this is. So this is actually going to be very, very interesting. All right, let's open it up. And we see yellow, which is always a good sign. All right, there he is. I saw online that this is actually hand painted, and for a hand painted job, that's amazing. There's a certain line in the Star Wars figure series which is called Black Series, which is owned by Hasbro, and Hasbro has face reel technology, photoreal, that's what it was called. And this almost seems photoreal as well, but I understand that this is hand painted. That is some nice stuff. It actually weighs pretty much too. So this is a 1/10 scale actually, and I find 1/10 scale to be pretty odd. It's always 1/6, 1/12, I believe there's a 1/4 as well, but never 1/10. But yeah. No smell to it. Alright, let's get this onto the stand and put it on the display so we can have a closer look, shall we? There's a little bit of dust on here, but that's understandable. If you look at the hat, we actually see something very recognizable, which is actually the hat I'm wearing right now. His famous national cap. One thing I notice immediately when I look to his hat is they have a very reflective paint for the eyes, so the eyes really pop right here. It almost looks real. The head sculpt is very nice. I really, really recognize Ayrton immediately. He has a very, very bulky long nose and pretty floppy ears. I guess it's pretty weird for people to see him in a yellow overall, because they're always used to seeing him in a red overall, or maybe even the blue overall in Williams this last year. Never really the Lotus years, which nobody really talks about. At the top of the torso we have a Honda logo, which actually, fun fact, 87 was his first Honda powered car he drove, because the years prior, 85 and 86 at Lotus, he raced with Renault. But this is actually the famous beginning of the partnership between Senna and Honda. At the end of '86, John Player Special, the main sponsor and the beautiful black and gold livery decided to part ways with Lotus. So the year after that year, 87, Lotus would sign Camel as their main sponsor with a primarily yellow and blue colored car. But then again, Camel is a cigarette brand. There's a law that stops cigarette branding to be displayed on models, figures, whatever. And it's actually forbidden to advertise with them as well. So everywhere we see Lotus, there would basically be Camel. So this is his 87 car. What I was talking about is Camel is the main sponsor. They can't advertise it anymore. So they basically have to rely on their team name instead of the cigarette brand. So that's why you see Lotus on here instead of Camel. So that's pretty much the torso. And I want to address this helmet he has right here. And this beautiful represented helmet with a visor too. That's a nice touch. Wow. The visor can even open. That is nice. That is really nice. So yeah, that's very nice. I didn't expect that to move at all. It is on two very small hinges, so I wouldn't move it too much. Let's go down. We have the shoes, which he wears Adidas shoes. And I don't have any backstory on that actually, it's just Adidas shoes. I know that in the McLaren era, he wore primarily Diorama shoes, I believe they're called. So right here I have my tape measure. And let's check this dude out. And he actually comes in at 20 centimeters. And the base itself would be 12 centimeters wide. So that's basically the Senna 87 figure. And I must say, these two next to each other look very good. Rather small scale. There are a lot of positives about the figure, but there is also some negative things to point out here. So first of all, the obvious being the Lotus decals. That really takes away from the accuracy actually, and I'm not really sure what could have been done here, because I imagine that even for a sculpt, this just would be water slide decals on here. So another option would be if you just, as a company, just left out the logos and gave us a separate sheet of water slide decals so we could apply Camel logos if we please. And another downside is these things are well, on the more expensive side. I know the sculpture is handmade, it's hand painted, and it's a numbered release of 1987 pieces. I just saw online that Ayrton Studio is actually releasing 2 more figures, Senna in Brazil in 1991. That one goes for 200 euros. And there's also another version being released, which is Senna and Prost together in Adelaide, I believe it was. And that one goes for 350 euros. Wow, that's expensive for what you're going to get. It's a figure that's 20 centimeters long. I mean, I like it, I like the details, and I mean, I'm pleasantly surprised, and it's going to be on a shelf, and I'm going to be happy with the figure, but fucking hell, I mean, around 200 euros is very, very expensive for what you're going to get. This is not for a casual fan, this is for a hardcore fan. So if you're a hardcore Senna fan, this will sell itself. No damages whatsoever, so it's a pretty nice second-hand model, I'd say. So thank you very much. Yeah, this is basically the Senna 1/10 scale of its first Monaco win. And like I said, alright, that's basically the review of this beautiful mono card. It's in my system, you know, I reviewed so many mono cards, but taking a little bit of a step aside from mono cards for this video. But if you're interested in mono cards, I still have videos about mono cards as well. So if you're really interested in Senna, in the first Monaco win of Senna, I actually have a different video where I make a diorama of Monaco in 87, which is just a very simple diorama. It isn't like sculpt or anything. It's just a little bit of a backdrop where your 1/18 scale car can sit on. So yeah, that's basically it. So thank you very much for watching this video actually. If you really like the stuff I make, maybe consider subscribing, it would really help out the channel. Maybe like this video if you like if you dislike the video. So thank you very much, and hope to see you next time as well. So thank you.